Good evening. My name is Lamar Soutter. I am the executive producer and host of In Time. It is with profound sadness that I have to report that Ansgar Odinson is no longer with the show. He has been a profoundly positive influence and has given me a great deal of guidance and advice. He has been truly one of the best friends I've ever had and has contributed to the show in such a way that it would not exist even remotely close to its present incarnation without him. He will be profoundly missed. This separation of Ansgar and the show is something that I think intellectually we both have reached the conclusion was necessary. I don't think either of us are um, enjoying it. I don't think we're pleased, but I think we're both aware that the creative differences were probably insurmountable. I have the utmost respect for him and appreciation for his friendship and his guidance, and for the fact that at all times he wanted what was best for the show and what was best for me personally. And his loyalty to me and his fidelity to our friendship is beyond question. And I'm thankful for that. And I got the better end of that deal, I think. This obviously presents a very significant problem. How does the show continue without him? Our engagement and his unique perspective was a huge part of what made the show successful. And for our patrons, I think that's one of the reasons that they became patrons. I have my own Patreon. They can subscribe to me if they want to. They subscribe to the show. As the executive producer of the show, um, bringing him on was one of the decisions I made very early on, and I made it because I knew he and I would interact well, and we did. It came across. It is now incumbent on me to find someone with whom we can have a rapport that is interesting and productive and helpful, and is something that people can come away with, they can have a connection with and enjoy. It's not going to be the same, and I have a hard time imagining it's even going to be as good. Uh, those are some pretty big shoes, and it's never going to be the same. The question is, can it still be something that's good? Can it live up to what I have always felt In Time could be, and what I think Ansgar wanted it to be? The answer is yes. Well, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know. We're going to have some guest hosts. We're going to have some people coming in and trying it out. It's not going to be easy for anyone. And I know this isn't easy for Ansgar. It certainly isn't easy for me. We will find a way to have In Time continue and have it be a quality show. And we don't want to be swapping out uh, hosts, guest hosts, and so on and so forth. We want a stable program, and we want the quality that you've gotten used to. In fact, we want to improve it. And Time was already doing that, and we've been making improvements, and we're going to continue to do that. What I ask is this. If you can no longer support the show, if you can no longer be a patron of the show, I understand. I absolutely do. My hope is that we can continue to earn that support and find other ways to grow and to overcome this obviously extraordinarily significant challenge. This is not insignificant. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, hey, you know, wow, it's yeah, he's gone, but we can replace him. He's irreplaceable." That's not going to happen. And anybody who's a fan of the show knows that. But we're not going to give up either. And we're not going to accept the notion that we can't do something as good going forward, and maybe even better over time, as indeed Ansgar and I were always getting better. This is a challenge, but it's one that's surmountable. And if our patrons, if our viewers, members, supporters can give in time the opportunity to work through this, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. As to Ansgar, he remains one of my best friends, and I think things are going to be raw and difficult for a time, even if we sort of understand how and why this happened, and even if we don't blame each other. At least I don't think he blames me. I hope he doesn't, and I certainly don't blame him. Um, and if he's got any fault, I have at least as much as he does. I think things are going to be raw, obviously, between us for a little while, and I very much lament the difficulties we've had, and certainly my part in those. And I hope that he still considers me a friend, and I certainly consider him still one of my best. And I hope that with some time we can get back to having a good friendship that isn't marred by this, and that we can both treasure the time we have had on in time, and realize that it was a business, and sometimes great friends maybe don't work in business as well as they'd like. And Ansgar wanted this to succeed every bit as much as I did. Uh, it is what it is, and this is where we are. Obviously, everyone here at In Time wishes him the best and is profoundly grateful for his support in making this show what it is. And we will continue to try to live up to his expectations of excellence and his expectations of what this show could be. And going forward, we are going to find a way to make sure that that's what happens. Thank you all very much for your time and support during this transition, and I look forward to seeing all of you in our next regularly scheduled broadcast. Thank you.